have been well trained.
No.
in
You
my
don't have to
efforts.
carry a sword to be powerful.
I won't fail you.
Oh, do not.
I'm not afraid.
There is no try.
And here we are for round 3 of the House Rules Gaming Store Championship. We are doing 5 rounds total of Swiss. Then we'll do a top cut to the top 8 players. So we have Christopher on the left playing a Vader Raider deck.
Yep.
And on the right, we have George playing a Luke Ray deck, which is my current testing favorite. Yeah, so I'm curious to see how this one will pan out.
So and you can't quite see it, but the battlefield down here, that is Starship Graveyard.
The Starship Graveyard for George, and
runaway
die. Tie and roll
Tie
again.
and rolling again. Whoa, runaway die again.
So it looks like George run the initiative and chose to go with Christopher's battlefield. Is that what I'm saying? If these die are to be considered accurate, then that would be what happened. But either way, we're going with Emmanuel's battlefield.
So Luke picking up a couple of shields here.
And we're starting fast with 4-speed.
That joke would have worked even better if they'd been fast hands.
Ah!
Whoa! It happened again.
Ray's going out with a 4-speed and activating with her ability, of course.
But a blank and 1 discard.
That is not right. There is a title error here. I'm going to get rid of those titles for a second.
We'll just keep moving right along. Yep. And Vibro Knives very quickly going down on Vader. So with an ambush, he's going to...
Let's try that. That's better.
Activate Raider. It doesn't look... 3 melee, 2 disrupt, 1 discard, and...
The 4-speed special.
I love that 4-speed
special. That's a special 4-speed special.
Especially special. Now, fortunate enough, the players holding their hands out just a little bit. We can kind of see what could be coming up.
Did you get a look at Christopher's battlefield with the glare there? We'll have to send someone to go check that out for us. Looks like it'd be a
secluded beach.
The secluded
beach.
On Scarif.
On Scarif.
So Luke has rolled in 2 melee and a resource.
Resolve the 4-speed.
Of course, take 2 actions. First action is going to be to do. What are we thinking?
3 to Luke. Gonna go for Luke first. Interesting. And it's unblockable because that Vibro Knives.
Yep, you're right through those shields.
Sitting on the table. And he doesn't like you. So there goes the damage.
I don't like you either.
That George was able to roll out.
All right, discarding to re-roll.
He does get 3 melee and a 4-speed special. Pretty decent re-roll,
Yeah,
although just
bad.
the 1 discard with Ray.
Yep.
Sith Holocron going down on the Tusken Raider.
Yeah. You kind of want to see that 4-speed hit special in your first initial roll. I mean, of course, it's got 3 special sides, so you're hoping that it hits early. But if it does hit late, it does give you a better chance at claiming that battlefield.
Right.
So 1 action.
The 1 discard.
Yep, to do the 1 discard.
And hitting Vader for 3.
No. There's a card on the play.
There's a glare on the card. 3. There is still 3 damage going to Vader.
Is that Power of the Force? The one that lets you. It looks like that's the card that lets you resolve the die without resolving the die.
Mm-hmm.
So going ahead and doing that 6
damage.
damage.
Did hit that special for the Sith Holocron on the Tusken Raider, so we'll see if he's able to capitalize on that. And we're double checking that extra card here in just a second.
My ally is the Force. Is the name of the card. I had the
Okay.
effect right. The name of the card wrong. I believe that's that card. Yep. Coloring is a little weird with the light, but. All right, Christopher, going ahead and resolving.
Nothing out. So he
Nothing-
must not have had nothing to
Nothing
utilize that
holocron.
special.
Yeah, that's the worst feeling.
Unfortunate. Yep. It does have 2 special sides on it, so that special does come up fairly often.
Resetting for the next round here. Both players drawing up to 5 cards, as one would expect. George cracking his knuckles, thinking real hard about his first action here.
He's going to spin 2.
He's going to play Makashi Training.
And using that Ray extra action, rolling in Ray. And a 4-speed special, but no damage coming out on Ray. Just that, a little hard to see. It's that 1 discard.
You know, it's interesting. You almost feel like this is another one of those decks where Ray is the silent ninja here.
Mm-hmm. Now Christopher very quickly putting some fast hands down on Vader.
Discard the 1. All right, Vader rolling in. Showing all the money and a 4-speed special.
Money, 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 money.
Going to go ahead and fast hands the 4-speed special for 2 additional actions. First action is going to be to roll in the Tusken, which has not been rolled in yet this round. Just forgot to flip the card over last turn.
Ah,
And we get the Sith Holocron
pretty good roll.
special. And so the question is he going to use Tusken Raider's ability to go ahead and get another set of action economy?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, he does. So he discards the.
Destiny players, just so you know, at the end of this round, take a lunch break. Maybe 45 minutes.
And he still has 1 more action. Yep. Yeah, he's trying to. There we go.
On mind probing.
Yep.
Interesting. Tusken Raider with the ability to mind probe.
Yep. So he discarded Force Choke
Wow.
to go ahead and resolve the Tusken Raider die, which is Tusken Raider's ability to do that. So he still had 1 action left with
Wrong
4
guy.
speed to go ahead to swap out the Sith Holocron for Mind Probe.
We're missing a Tusken Raider die.
The Tusken Raider die is sitting on the discard pile for some reason. I have no idea what's going on
I
behind
don't know.
us.
I don't know what Bullseye's doing, but he's running. We're still holding an Armada play today, I believe.
Armada and X-Wing are both played behind us. So
Still a lot of exciting things happening here. We're happy to bring you some Destiny.
George is thinking. Christopher's thinking. Christopher goes ahead and pays 1 to do the 3 range to
Ray. Interesting.
Yep, she is becoming a little bit of a
Because
powerhouse
it still
there.
would have. Oh yeah, that would not have been unblockable. So I can see.
There's always a risk of splitting your damage up like that.
There really is.
But then again, Luke's sitting on some shields, so. So it looks like we George just used Riposte to remove Luke's shields and throw 2 damage over at Vader. So making use of those shields that were just sitting over there.
Yeah, so Christopher's going to want to start making sure he gets some upgrades here on the Tusken Raider, because Vader is certainly hurting at this point, and nothing over there has redeploy.
So Christopher is going to use your eyes deceive you. Just thinking. Or, yep.
I'll pitch in a reroll then.
Yep.
Oh, rolling into some decent damage there.
Yep.
So 3 melee damage. Going to go either to Luke or to Rey.
Makashi is going to get...
remove that.
Yep.
Remove that vibro knife die. Although he has no shields out right now, so I don't know that it would have been that helpful to.
Yeah, that is an interesting decision. Why
not get rid of the 2 and only take 1?
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
yes.
the Tusken Raider's back.
Yeah, right. Sometimes when you're playing, you're thinking so far in advance that you forget what the current board state is. That you've made decisions. So how will you get rid of that vibro knife? Which,
because yep.
But he could have avoided 1 more damage at this point.
It's all resources there on Rey and Makashi training. 1 and a +1, and then now there's that shield he needed for Luke.
Mm-hmm.
Christopher putting Sith Holocron back on the Tusken Raider.
Gain the 2 resources, resolving over there on the Rey.
So George now got a little money to play with.
Resetting for the next round.
Here we go.
Yep. So George with Rey sitting at 3 damage, Luke sitting at 8.
Although George now has 4 resources, so that should come in handy if he depending upon what kind of cards he has, he may have some ways to stop some cards or some damage from coming through. Maybe he's got some dice mitigation cards in there.
Yep, Christopher is over there sitting very heavily on these. Both his characters upgraded.
So George now throws down that lightsaber bow. Spends 3 resources, and Rey is loaded up.
Oh, God.
And hits the special.
Oh, special and light bow.
Can't quite see those die are just a smidge out of view on us.
To replace a vibro knife with a vibro knife.
To get the ambush action.
To get the ambush action, which seems like it doesn't really do anything, unless I'm missing something.
No, not. Because you could have just rolled in Vader with the vibro knife, but looks.
Unless you want to get that card out of his hand for some reason. Maybe there's a reason.
Yeah, there's some distraction, there too.
Yeah, this is not. See, I don't know. There is some. All right, George picking up his hand. Got 3 cards there. Trying to think what to do. Christopher is...
More damage over there on Luke. He's resolving some of that melee. So Luke's a hurting.
Mm-hmm.
Christopher rolling in that Tusken Raider.
1, 2, 3, go. Oh, I timed that right.
You did. Oh, and getting that mind probe special.
Mm-hmm. George wants to try to at least get 1 more card out of his hand unless he can...
Yeah, George has what it looks like 2 right now in his hand.
Let's see. It's either 2 or 3. And he used Tusken Raider's ability to go ahead and resolve the Mind Probe, which got rid of Luke. So, that 3 damage.
But at least Rey is sitting there with some good upgrades on her, so we'll see. And very quickly, there goes Vader. So
there goes Vader. Yep. So now we got
level playing field once again, really.
Both the quote-unquote supporting characters are left on the table, although Rey is far from a supporting character.
Right.
In this particular matchup right now, Tusken Raider with the Mind Probe, certainly not
hey,
something
I can
to.
see those die now.
Yeah, the cards have been moved. Thank you.
Yoo-hoo. Apologize for that glare. So we're going to do 1 to Rey.
Yep.
So we'll see how George here is going to respond.
Paying a resource to play it's the sword and shield card.
Ah, okay.
The
And then doubt.
Right.
Oh,
So
that
two
was a good
unblockable
play for
damage over
Christopher. Rerolling that Makashi training into a blank.
synchronicity. That was the word I couldn't.
Ah, yes.
Synchronicity is a hard word to say. When you've been talking about Destiny all day. Ooh.
So Christopher, 2 cards in hand still, so we can see. It's always helpful when they hold those out there so we can see them a little bit. And we're going to reset and move on. So George sitting on 3 resources right now. Whole new, so many cards in hand. We'll see what that brings about. Each player kind of taking their time to see what they got, what to do next. Seeing a lightsaber over there in George's hand. I'm sure he'd like to get that out on Rey.
Mm-hmm.
That special ability with 2 unblockable damage would come in handy about now. He's thinking about it. Nope,
Go
gonna
ahead.
roll in Rey.
Roll in
instead.
Rey. See what we get.
I do see a blank, unfortunately.
Lots of modified
speed
sides
special.
and nothing to play with.
Need. So he'll have to make a decision here.
Yeah, the handcrafted light bow only has 1 melee
your
side on it.
anchor?
Foil your anchor, so we're going to use the blank. So there's 1 blank on the table and just 1 die. Just 1. One, there
And
we
there
go.
goes the 4 speed. Yep.
And there goes the 4 speed. Yep.
That's probably the best move that Christopher could make on that one. Get rid of that. Get rid of those extra actions.
He's going to
So George is going to reroll.
Yeah, trying to hit some.
Ah,
whoa,
that was a
good.
That was a good reroll.
That was a good reroll. That is
About as good
almost
as
enough to take out the Tusken Raider. Just
Yep.
just 1 shy. 2 shy. I can't count. Sorry, that's 4 damage, not 5.
Yep. So only leave him with 2 health. So that's
I will. It's a good-
easy, fairly easy for Ray to roll into that. And Makashi training.
Kashi's coming down.
This is a well-trained Tusken Raider.
He is well trained. For those of you who are fans of the Marvel Comics, read Darth Vader number 25, you'll know what I'm referring to. So the Tusken Raider fully capable of rolling out 6 damage to get rid of Rey. So both players are trying to figure out how they can get all their maximum damage potential right
so
now.
pitching to reroll that Makashi training, probably looking for that +2.
And this is Tusken Raider here is looking for that 6. Hopefully George has some removal in his hand.
Oh.
And George is only, let's see, so Mind Probe Special, George is only sitting on, it looks like 2 cards.
Yep. Got to focus. So it's hard telling what he can
Well,
pull. We know
Christopher
that
is-
he has that
is-
lightsaber, so that would hurt. And going to Rey, so not quite enough. Rey now at 7. Tusken Raider only at 2, but with 4 damage sitting on the board, about to come after him.
So we do have we have an interesting situation here. Do you know what the interesting situation is?
So is that correct? That Makashi training?
Yeah, Makashi training should not have been able to be played in this circumstance. So that is an unfortunate oversight and error.
Yeah. So typically that would be spot a blue character,
So it's spot a blue character only, and
and it has to be his blue character. He can't spot
you can't spot his
George's blue
opponents.
character
Yeah.
over there.
Yeah, so that's
See if that plays any impact on how this game.
doesn't look like it's
finishes
going
out.
to. You know, with that +1 melee over there, it may have just been a
So
waste
yeah,
of a couple
and it's not-
resources to get that played out there.
Yeah, and it's not really doing much here to. Right now, it's not helping him at all. So it's just
Yeah.
a die sitting out there taking up space on the
So
table.
we'll see what
but-
happens. Go ahead and
So
resolve for a
resolving that Raider
resource.
die.
George is going to go ahead and do the 5
do it
damage
while
to
you
Tusken
can.
Raider.
Do it while you can.
Yeah, got it. Yeah. So,
Because the longer you leave that die out there, the longer your opponent has an opportunity to mitigate it. He's going to play your lightsaber throw.
lightsaber throw.
Because he does have a die showing melee damage. So that's going to allow for 2 damage on Rey.
We're getting close here at the end.
That's a great card. For 1 resource, you get 2 damage.
Now, even though the Sith Holocron is showing a focus, Makashi Training does not have straight-up damage on it.
Nope.
So there is very little that card can do to help.
So Tusken Raider just needs 1.
Both of them. Yeah, Rey only
Yeah,
needs
so
1
this
as
is-
well.
yep,
This is
so-
a nail biter.
It's really a matter of time.
And neither one of them has anything in the field that can give them that damage. And neither of them have cards. It looks like Christopher has 1 card in his hand.
George has 1 on the table.
If it looks like Christopher's got a bait and switch, if I can see that correctly. George has maybe 1 or 2 bait and switch.
Take a shield, perhaps? Maybe a resource? Not a lot of options on the die.
He's focusing. Yeah. Yep, got to take a read of the
taking a-
card. Yep, it's got to show a resource, so can't do that. Put it back. Those are, yes,
No, it was a +1.
+1.
There we go.
It's not going to do him any good anyway, since Makashi has no black sides to him. So yes, you could focus that to whatever. You can focus that whatever you want.
Take a shield. So now
Take a
it'll take
shield.
2 to kill the Tusken Raider.
It takes 2, baby.
It does. So now I'm curious to see, because if that shield provides Christopher enough to win, and this is what it's important to know the decks and the cards that your opponents are playing, so that if in this position you could call out Christopher of not being able to play that Makashi Training card.
Yeah. You do find this sometimes when it comes to store championships. People who like to get into these high competitive games but don't play a lot, they find those decks that they feel like they know well, but they don't. Still, some elements of the rules that may not be playing already.
So at least George, you're sitting on a lot of resources, so we'll have to see what he has in hand. Thinking it through here.
George is nope. George is removing force speed to go ahead and play a Vibrant Knife.
Vibrant Knife.
Gives-
so it'll go through the
and
the
it'll give him
shields.
2 actions.
Very, very good play here.
So he can go ahead and
Can roll and hope he just
roll
needs
in.
and it's as long as that the Vibrant Knife's unblockable. He just needs to roll 1 damage. There it
and
is.
he got it. There it is.
There
So
it
he gets
is.
1 more damage. Drop the 3. Good game.
So in this case,
to George.
Makashi Training didn't help. So
Yep. So slight misplay on Christopher's part. George didn't catch it, but he still pulled out with the win. To get past round 3, George going, I would imagine, undefeated at this point, given the standard structure for a
Yep.
Swiss style tournament.
yep.
And Christopher taking his probably first loss of the day. So
Interesting. And so everybody knows, I did hear them announce that the group here is going to break for lunch. So it'll be a little bit longer before we come back with round 4. So we'll be taking a break here as well. They're going to give them an opportunity to decompress, eat a little food, settle down, and then we'll come back with rounds 4 and 5.
Absolutely. And if you are looking for more fun and excitement from the Chance Cube, feel free to give us a look over at our Patreon, patreon.com/thechanceCube. For just $1, you can come join us at the Chance Cube Hangout, which is a secret Facebook group where you can hang out
Secret.
with all the fun Chance Cube family members and our supporters.
Not just us two.
Not just us two.
There's a
because
whole family of fun.
there is a whole family. How big is our family?
23 members?
I believe we're somewhere. Yes, you may be right. 23. I don't know. It's close. 22, 23.
Spanning 7 different countries, too.
Spanning. Wow, that's a lot of folks. So the sun never sets on us.
It does not. So it doesn't matter what time that you're up playing Destiny, wanting to chat with somebody, somebody's going to be on there.
Alex from Denmark will probably comment on your deck at 3 in the morning.
He will.
Because
and
he'll
help
have
you out.
just woken up.
Yeah, he's a great guy.
Yes. All right, folks, we're going to head to lunch. We're going to keep the stream open.
So stay tuned here. We'll be back soon.
And if my computer freezes between now and then the stream will close, and we'll reopen it.
We will.
All right.
Have no fear.
Talk to y'all later. I like that.